Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the game where you'll be rewarded for knowing the obscure rather than the obvious. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Jane. This is my husband Chris, and we come from Birmingham.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Paul. This is my friend Caius, and we're from Harrow.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Heather. This is my lovely husband Craig, and we are from Byberry, Gloucestershire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Indira. This is my sister Karen, and we're from South East London.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's terrific to have you all here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. A comedian and star of one of the very few podcasts that isn't about serial killers. It's my Pointless friend, it's Chris Ramsey.
Hello. It's not about serial killers yet.
Yet.
So you,
early days.
You never know.
Oh, they'll look back on this and go, gosh, yes, that's before it went dark.
You'll be on the documentary.
Yes.
Your sentence that you just said will be on the documentary.
Yes, it'll stop and it'll echo, 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 echo. And then there'll be some quite creepy music.
I feel like you really believe this. I was joking.
No, I now do believe it. I see it now, stretching before me. Thank you very much indeed, Chris. Now, Stephen and Steph got through to the final last time on their first show, and they won a very impressive jackpot, so very well done to them. But it does mean that our jackpot starts off back at £1,000, but it will grow very quickly. If everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Try and remember at all times that it's the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated, so keep your own scores as low as you possibly can. Best of luck to everybody. Our first category today is the periodic table. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many chemical elements beginning with P-A-S-T-E-U or R, the letters of Pasteur. Chris.
We are looking for the name of any element on the periodic table that begins with any of the letters P, A, S, T, E, U or R. And this is according to IUPAC as of May 2023.
There we are. Thank you very much. They're the people who lay that table, aren't they?
They lay that table to perfection. And good luck to anyone playing along at home as well.
Thank you very much indeed. Chris, welcome back. Great to have you with us again. There must be things you haven't yet told us about yourself.
Well, I'm a big lover of history. Particular favourites are Wars of the Roses and Horatio Nelson. And when we were visiting the Victory earlier, a couple of years back, there was a chap doing a talk about the battleship, and he made a comment about where they cut the trees from. And it was obviously he was telling everybody this, and I had to go up and tell him where they actually cut the trees from.
Oh, he got it wrong?
He got it wrong, yeah.
Where did he think they were from?
I think he thought they were from somewhere in Kent.
And these were proud oaks grown where?
Yeah, I believe they were grown in the Forest of Dean.
Did he accept? Did he say...
Oh, yes.
He did.
He thanked me very much and...
Oh, there we are.
Offered me his uniform and...
Very good.
Didn't fit me, so...
Now, there you are. Chris, what are you going to go for? We are looking for chemical elements.
I think I'm going to go for Einsteinium.
Einsteinium, says Chris. Let's see how many of our 100 said Einsteinium. It's right. Down he goes to 4. 4 for Einsteinium. What a great start.
Brilliant start. Thought you'd made that up. Nearly laughed when you said it. Nearly made a fool of myself. It's obviously named after Albert Einstein. Just because they started naming elements after scientists, he had nothing to do with it.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Paul, welcome back to Pointless. Terrific to have you with us once again. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Paul.
So, for fun, I do play board games from time to time. One of my favourites is Settlers of Catan, where you try and settle an island and you try to make the best using the resources that you get from it.
Oh, I see. So you have your little island and you build what? You sort of build a settlement and then you start getting a Motte and Bailey castle. I don't know, it's just a guess. Something like that?
Something like that. Yeah. Not castles, but like...
Not castles.
Cities.
Not castles. Cities. You leap from settlements to cities and you trade, do you?
Yeah, lots of trading.
See, that sounds brilliant. What's it called? Catan?
Settlers of Catan.
Settlers of Catan. I'm going to look that up. I like it. Paul, what would you like to go for?
I'm going to take a risk here and go with T, tellurium.
So you're saying tellurium. Let's see how many of our 100 said tellurium. 4 is the only score we have so far. And look at that, Paul. I expected nothing less. That's a pointless answer. Very well done indeed. It adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £1,250, and it scores you nothing. Very well done indeed, Paul.
Brilliant work. Pronounced tellurium. Apparently, if you touch it or ingest it, it can make your sweat smell really bad.
But that's weird. I haven't even had any tellurium.
You've had loads of tellurium.
Yeah, well,
At what your dressing room? You've been, buckets of the stuff.
There we are. Now, Heather, welcome to Pointless. It's terrific to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I am a corporate trainer. I get to work from home.
This is nice.
Yes, yes, and it's especially nice living in a lovely village. We have the title of being the prettiest village in England, according to William Morris.
According to William Morris?
Yes.
OK, and nothing's changed since then,
No.
as we know. Very good indeed. Well, that's terrific. But you train from home then, do you?
Yes, I do.
Right. You just link people up.
Yes, it's over online virtual training, so not always most exciting. So I have to put forth a lot of energy to keep them from falling asleep.
Do you ever maybe sort of let them look out of the window behind you and see the prettiest village in the UK, nay, the world?
Yes, yes. They see a beam in the house.
Very nice.
Yes.
A beam. Very nice. Now, Heather, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for T and try to say it correctly. Tennessine.
Tennessine, says Heather. Let's see how many of our 100 said Tennessine. Tennessine has been known in its past to go all the way down to the bottom of the column, but let's see if it still does. Oh, it does. Look at that. Very well done indeed. How pleasing. Another pointless answer adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £1,500, scoring you nothing, and generally being terrific. Very well done.
It's actually depressing how bad I would have been in this round playing along at home. Well done if you're doing well at home. This would have, had a shocker. Tennessine, it says here, you can only make one atom of it at a time and it decays in seconds. Pointless. It's absolutely pointless.
There we are.
But
and it was. You. There you go. Thank you very much indeed. Karen, welcome to Pointless.
Hi.
It's terrific to have you here, Karen. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a junior doctor. I work in Surrey. In my spare time, I like to do some painting and also drink wine.
See, these are two. Do you do them at the same time?
Yeah.
The painting and the wine?
Of course, you have to.
What if you suddenly went, oh, no, that's the water that I washed the brushes in. Oh, there's the wine.
I'm sure the greats would have done it too.
What sort of paintings do you do?
I mainly do like acrylic and oil paintings. I quite like surrealism.
Excellent. Intriguing. Karen, what are you going to go for on our board here?
So there's one that I'm not positive I can even pronounce.
Oh, I like the sound of it already.
And it's Roentgenium.
Yes, I think that rings a bell. Roentgenium. We'll say Roentgenium.
Yes.
And see what happens. Roentgenium. Let's see how many people said that. Roentgenium is absolutely right. Well, 4 is our high score. Nothing is our low. And there we are, another nothing. That's another pointless answer. It adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to 1,750. I wasn't joking when I said it'll soon go up from 1,000. It scores you nothing and, again, is absolutely tremendous.
Roentgenium is how it's actually pronounced.
Thank you.
That's from my own personal knowledge. This is turned off. But it was up there. Very well done. You said the right letters, so you get the pointless answer. Fantastic.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick recap of those scores. Nothing, 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 and then 4. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this to you, Jane, but yeah, you're the high scorers on 4. So we're going to have to try and find a really low-scoring answer, maybe a pointless one in the next pass. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Now, Indira, welcome to Pointless. Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I work in publishing. I work for a literary charity. And in my spare time, I just like to cook and then eat aforementioned cooked things.
Oh, this is good. What sort of things do you love to cook?
Anything and everything. I'm vegetarian, so there's a slight limit there. But I just like experimenting with new things.
Perfect.
Often with a glass of wine, obviously.
Often with a glass of wine. Obviously. Now, Indira, you're on nothing. If you can score 3 or less, you're into round 2. What would you like to go for?
I've got a couple of options, but I think I am going to go for R, and I'm going to go for rubidium.
Rubidium, says Indira. Let's see how many of our 100 said rubidium. There's your red line appearing in a moment or two at the bottom of the column. I'll just keep talking until it appears on the column. Like, there it is. Rubidium. It's right. It gets you through, and it's another one of those orange ones. Very well done indeed. It's another pointless answer. It adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £2,000. Scores you nothing, leaves your total at nothing, and is all-round terrific.
This is incredible. I feel like I've been accidentally moved up a class in school. And I'm panicking now that I need to be moved back down. None of the words you've said I've known until they've came up on my laptop. A room of chemists, incredible. That's all I've got to say.
No, that's perfect. You've said everything that needed to be said. Craig, welcome to Pointless.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself, Craig.
Well, I'm retired now. I was chief executive, best job title I've ever had, of a business in the renewable energy field, and I'm a keen badminton player.
So you play a lot of badminton, do you?
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, a couple of clubs in the area. I'm captain of the second team for the nearest town club, which is Cirencester.
So the Cirencester, go Cirencester
Yes.
Bees. This is fantastic. You're captain of the...
second team.
The second team. The second team being... How many of you are in a team? Four?
There's six.
Six.
Six in a team.
Six in a
yeah,
team.
we'll play a match and, yeah, we go to Swindon and all exciting places
Oh,
like
my
that.
goodness, you go to Swindon.
I know.
You should have said.
So I have
Craig,
an exciting life.
there you do, but I love it. And Cirencester,
Yeah.
I mean, you are absolutely in the most beautiful little fold of country.
Yeah,
there,
we're
aren't
very
you,
lucky, as Heather
Gloucestershire?
said.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you are on nothing at the moment. If you can score 3 or less, you're through.
I think I might have a nothing, which is Rutherfordium.
Rutherfordium, says Craig. Shall we see if that is a nothing? Here's your red line. Rutherfordium is absolutely right. It has previous as a pointless answer. Gets you through, and it is another of those. Very well done indeed. It's another pointless answer. It adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £2,250. It scores you nothing and leaves your total at nothing, and is generally splendid.
I mean, that's just a surname with inium on the end.
It is.
Is Rams inium up there? I don't know. Oh, God, I might have accidentally said one. Incredible work, incredible work.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris. Now, Kai, we come to you. Show 2. Terrific to have you back. Tell us a bit more about yourself, Kai.
Well, recently I've been playing in a few different bands.
Have you? What do you play?
I play bass.
Excellent. What sort of bands are you in?
The first band I was in was a classic rock band.
Excellent. What's it called?
I don't want to name their names because they're horrible. That's why I'm not with them anymore.
Oh.
Current band is amazing. We don't have a name, though.
Would you like a name?
We've only played once.
OK, obviously, we've come up with a lot of names
I'd love
on
to
the
hear
show.
one.
Well, St Vincent and the Grenadines, we always thought was a terrific name. I have a name that I have been reserving, which is the Judges of That.
Ooh.
As in, we'll be the judges of that. The Judges of That.
Oh,
Kai,
what about...
I give you... That's yours. Kai, what are you going to go for?
So much pressure to live up to all the other answers.
I know.
But I think I'm going to go with thorium.
Thorium. Oh, Jane. There's the red line. Thorium is right. Gets you through. Oh, it stops on 1 there. Kai. 1, taking your total up to 1.
This round has been so strong that 1 gets a groan. When does that ever happen? It's, what a loser I am. Like, that's incredible. It's named after Thor, the Norse god of thunder.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, Jane, it's so lovely that you're back, and I'm so pleased you're there on Podium 1. Nice to have you there, and it's your 3rd show and all of that. And a score of 4, which, by the way, I thought was a fantastic score, turns out to be the high score. I'm so sorry. But Jane, tell us more about Jane. I want to hear more about Jane.
So I enjoy going for dog walks with friends.
Very good.
We've got a Shih Tzu called Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, terrific.
So you can tell that we love Star Wars. Yeah, I just love going for a walk.
Very nice indeed. Now, Jane, as I say, you are the high scorers, but let's have an answer from you.
OK, the only thing I can think of is tantalum.
Tantalum, says Jane. No red line as you're the high scorers, but how many of our 100 said tantalum? It's right. Oh, 1 for tantalum, taking your total up to 5.
Again, amazing. Wow. It's very resistant to corrosion and it's used in the manufacture of surgical implants. Again, brilliant answer, but such a strong round. That 1 is actually a terrible score. Xander, do you have any?
Oh, no, my old friend protactinium. There we are with P.
Was a pointless answer.
No.
Very well done. Yeah.
Oh, still getting in under the wire. Won't be long. Protactinium will be one of these 1s and 4s before long.
Let's have a look at some more of the pointless answers. Promethium, pointless answer. There's protactinium, your friend. Rhenium, there we are, all pointless answers. Rubidium, Rutherfordium, we had Rutherfordium. Samarium, Seaborgium, Tellurium, which we had. Tennessine, which we had as well. Well done if you got them, and well done if you got one of them at home. Very well done, all pointless answers.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris. Well, that brings us to the end of our first round. And it means we have, with your mountainous, vertiginous score of 5, Jane and Chris, we have to say goodbye to you. I'm so sorry. It's been such a treat having you on the show. Thank you very much for coming here. But I'm sorry we're not sending you home with a trophy. It's a shame. Jane and Chris, brilliant.
Thank you.
But for the 3 remaining pairs, it's time for round 2. Welcome to round 2. We have arrived at the Gizzy Heights. And well done. 3 pairs remaining. Our lowest individual scorers, and it's a joint lowest individual scorer, Paul, Craig, Heather, Indira and Karen. You are all our lowest individual scorers together. And our lowest combined scorers were Indira and Karen, tied with Craig and Heather. And there we are. Well done, everybody, though. It's great to have you all in round 2. Best of luck to one and all. Our category for round 2 is wrestling. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns definitions of one-word wrestler names. Chris.
This'll seem a lot easier once you understand what it is, don't worry. On each pass, we're going to give you 6 clues to the ring names of professional wrestlers. We'll also give you the first letter of the wrestler's name as well as the number of letters in the name. Obviously, try and give the most obscure ones, and good luck at home if you're playing along too.
Thank you very much. So can you work out these 6 wrestler names from these clues? The boundary or the border of something furthest from the middle. E4. A large oval variety of plum, usually of a red and yellow colour. V8. The term used to describe a grand champion sumo wrestler. Y8. The species of bird from the crow family known for guarding the Tower of London. R5. Vibrations in the ground caused by shifting tectonic plates or volcanic activity. E10. And the king of the gods in Greek mythology. Z4. Kai.
I think I'm going to go with earthquake.
Earthquake, says Kai. Should we see how many of our 100 said earthquake for the vibrations in the ground? Earthquake is right. 54 for earthquake.
Yes, earthquake, real name John Tenter, stood 6'7" tall and weighed 460 pounds.
I can readily picture 6'7" tall. That is the same height as Richard Osman.
Please don't mention your exes while I'm here.
I'm so sorry. But no, that's the unit of measurement. That is 1 Richard Osman. That's how that goes down.
Brilliant unit of measurement. Wonderful.
Thank you very much indeed. Craig.
Yes. Well, I know 2. I'm going to go with Zeus.
You're going to go for the bottom one?
Yep. The king of the gods.
Zeus. Let's see how many of our 100 said Zeus. 68 for Zeus.
Ah, very good, yeah. 68. He starred alongside Hulk Hogan in the 1989 film No Holds Barred. His character was literally created for the film, but then became a WWE wrestler to feud with Hulk Hogan. It's just
Amazing.
non-stop creativity over there.
Absolutely non-stop. Those wrestlers. Right, Indira, you are the last person to have this board. Would you like to go through it and fill them all in?
I'll try. I feel as a person into cooking, I should know about this large oval variety of plum, but alas, I do not. And then the only ones I'm deciding between are the top one, which I'm guessing is edge, and the species of bird from the crow family, which I'm guessing is raven. So I guess I'll go for the top one and go for edge.
You're going to go for edge. Let's see how many of our 100 said edge. Edge is right. Well, 68's the high score, and you passed that. 54 was our low score, and you passed that. There we are, 49.
Yeah, Edge. So when I was younger, I was into the WWE for a little while, and Edge was one of the main characters when me and my friends loved it. And he had a move called the Spear, which was essentially a rugby tackle. And I got walloped with a good few of them on the way home and to school. So, bit of a sore subject for me, that. Xander?
Yeah, I think we can do this. The plum, I'm going to say Victoria.
Victoria, correct. 32. Very nice.
I'm going to go down to Raven for the crow.
Yeah, 63. Quite a high scoring answer there.
Definitely a Japanese word that's 8 letters long. Yamasoto.
No. Close. Yokozuna.
Nothing like. Yeah, I don't know what
Scored
Yamasoto
6.
even is.
Begin with a Y, so I did say I was being nice when I said close. It was
Yes,
mild.
not close. There we are. There we go. And apologies if Yamasoto means something terrible. I might have just said something unspeakable. We are halfway through our round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 49, the best score of the past. Very well done indeed, Indira. 54 is where we find Kai and Paul. And then 68 is where we find Craig and Heather. So, yes, you're a little bit ahead there, but Heather, we have you on hand with the next board. So I'm sure you'll be able to level things out. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? We are going to put 6 more clues to one-word wrestler names up on the board, and here they are. A sharp pain, usually inflicted by an organism such as a bee or scorpion, S5. The Dutch word for father, famous for its use in the Star Wars films, V5. The hard white substance that forms the tusks of animals, such as the elephant, I5. To trick, cheat, or deceive, H11. A follower of the teachings of Jesus, C9. And surname of the England footballer who became the all-time top goal scorer for the senior men's side in March 2023, K4. There we are. So, Karen, you're on 49. Should you score 18 or less, you'd be straight into the head-to-head.
I'm going to go for the Dutch word for father, Vader.
Vader. Let's see how many of our 100 said Vader. Here is your red line. Where do we end up with Vader? Vader is right. 46. Our lowest score so far, taking your total up to 95.
I had no idea.
No, I didn't know.
Hell of a spoiler for Dutch people when
I was just thinking, you're going to watch that in
Star Wars
Amsterdam.
came out.
You're going to what?
Yeah, Luke, I am your father. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew as soon as he came on screen.
Yeah, we knew that.
It was glaringly obvious.
More Edam, anyone?
I feel like such a fool.
There we go.
For not the first time this episode.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Heather, you now have a target. We have to hit 26 or less with your answer.
I know all of them, except for one. I don't know one of them. But I'm going to say the sharp pain is a sting.
Sting, says Heather. Here is your red line. Where do we end up with sting? $72 for Sting, taking your total up to 140 on the nose.
Yeah, big score of that, unfortunately. It's weird because it's all staged, but it is incredible what they do. But
Yeah.
it's all... He was the world champion 6 times. I mean, it was pre-written, but what they do is amazing. But yeah, spoiler,
Amazing.
kids, it's pre-written.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Paul, you are on 54. We need a score of 85 or less from you. Would you like to talk us through the board?
Hard white substance is ivory, and a follower of the teachings of Jesus is Christian. Have no idea on the other two. I'm going to go with ivory.
Ivory, says Paul. Here is your red line. Can we get you below that with ivory? We can. Into the head-to-head you go. 66, taking your total up to a lovely round 120.
Nice, yeah. Ivory, female WWE star, inducted into the Hall of Fame of the WWE in 2018 and won the Women's Championship 3 times. Big name, big name.
Well now.
Yeah.
OK, well, we have Christian, which we heard from Paul.
Absolutely, he was right there. Christian, 55 points there.
The bottom one, I think, is Kane.
Kane, yeah, scores 50. Now, hilariously, he is a mayor of a town in America now.
Of course he is. Now, this is annoying because once you've got a word into your head, you can't get it out. And hoodwink came in, and obviously it's not long enough.
Yeah, if I was a wrestler, I would be annoyed if I was given this name because it doesn't really inspire fear. Hornswoggle.
No, that makes me want to titter.
Yeah, 2 points.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, that brings us to the end of our second round. It means we have to say goodbye to our second pair, Heather and Craig. I'm afraid it is to you to whom we say goodbye. We'll see you again very soon, though. Next time, in fact. We'll look forward to it. Heather and Craig. Brilliant. For the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Indira and Karen, Kai and Paul. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,250. But before we play the head-to-head, we're going to have a little bonus round here, see if we can find a couple more pointless answers. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many film characters played by Idris Elba as they could, Chris.
Yes, you're going to see 6 options, 4 of which are characters played by Idris Elba, 2 are scoring, 2 are pointless, and 2 are absolute hornswoggle.
Very good indeed. OK, so can you find the pointless Idris Elba characters from these 6 potential Idris Elba characters? Porter Mitchell, Stacker Pentecost, Dr. Nate Samuels, Rufus Buck, Arthur Wyndham, and Gower. If anyone knows anything, speak up.
I mean, I thought I might know
this would be a lot easier, but I didn't really recognise any of these.
Indira and Karen, who do you like to nominate as a character?
What do we think an Idris Elba character could look like?
An Arthur Wyndham.
Really?
I've said it now.
Okay, fine. I think he could be a Dr. Nate Samuels.
Shall we do a Dr. Nate Samuels then?
Why not? Why not?
OK, Dr. Nate Samuels, is that, exactly, a doctor to doctor, is that a pointless Idris Elba character? Dr. Nate Samuels. It's an Idris Elba character. Look at that. Look at that. Very well done indeed. Now, Kai and Paul, can you find the other one? That's the question.
Something about Arthur Wyndham is calling to me.
I love Arthur Wyndham. I think it's great. Should we find out if Arthur Wyndham is a pointless answer? It's an Idris Elba character. We liked Arthur Wyndham. So it was leaping out to us. Is it pointless? Yes, it is! Look at that. Very well done indeed. You've done it. You've done the double.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, really, really, really well played there. Arthur Wyndham being his character in The Unborn and Dr. Nate Samuels being in Beast. Obviously, there wasn't going to be 6 John Luthers up there, was it? That's the point in this round.
No, I suppose that is the point.
So, to clear it all up here,
I think Rufus Buck is a character. I think that's a proper answer, I think.
You think Rufus Buck, you would be correct. Rufus Buck scores 2. That's from The Harder They Fall, a Western film he was in. What else you got?
Just because I like the name, Stacker Pentecost.
Correct. That scores 5. That was his character in Pacific Rim.
There we
which
are.
means Porter Mitchell and Gower were both red herrings. Porter Mitchell is not Idris Elba, but Nellie Melba, the opera singer's real name was Helen Porter Mitchell. And Gower is the Gower Peninsula in Wales is home to Mumbles Beach, and Idris played Mumbles in Guy Ritchie's movie Rock'n'Roller.
Wow. Imagine if you could work that out. Get out more. There we are. We've managed to find 2 pointless answers, so we can add £500 to the jackpot, taking it up to £2,750. But who'll be playing for it? Well, let's find out in a head-to-head. As ever, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. You're now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Very best of luck to both pairs. Our first question today is all about stag and hen weekend destinations. Chris.
We're going to show you 5 images of cities and resorts that have been popular overseas European destinations for stag and hen do's. To help, we'll also give you the first and last letter of each destination's name. Please identify the city or resort that you think the fewest of our 100 people have been able to recognise and Best of luck at home.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 stag and hen destinations. We have A, P, E. B, A, A. C, D, N. D, R, A. And E, B, M. Okay, now, Indira and Karen, you are our low scorers. You get to go first. Feel free to confer.
I don't know.
Which do we think is going to be the lowest scoring?
Maybe D?
I think it will be D as
D.
well.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to go for?
D.
Riga?
Riga. Riga for D. Say Indira and Karen. Right, Kai and Paul, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
Okay, well, A is definitely Prague. Do you know any of the other ones?
C would be Dublin.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know about the other two.
Okay, I think we'll have to go A is Prague.
You're going to say A, Prague. So we have Riga and Prague. Now then, Indira and Karen went for Riga for D. Let's see how many of our 100 said Riga. Riga is right. It's a good answer. Down it goes to 27. Meanwhile, Kai and Paul recognised A as Prague. Beautiful photograph of Prague there. How many of our 100 said Prague? Prague is right. And, ooh, 30 for Prague. Very close indeed. Very well done, Indira and Karen. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, very good there. The closest two to each other on the board you picked. Xander, do you want to have a pop?
Well, yes, Dublin for C.
Dublin is indeed C. That was 57 that scored.
B, I'm trying to think where that... It's on the Mediterranean, isn't it, surely?
That's where I went for my stag do.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Where is it?
Yeah, that is Albufeira,
Albufeira.
Portugal. And that is a score of 1.
Very good.
E?
That, I think, is Benidorm.
Correct. 50, that would have scored you.
There
Very well
we
done.
are. Thank you very much indeed. So, here comes your second question. Kai and Paul, you've got to win this one to stay in the game, so good luck. Our second question is all about alternative British comedies, Chris.
They're not alternative comedies in terms of the subject matter, but how the question's written. You'll see, we're going to show you the names of 5 British comedy shows, but we're only going to give you the alternative letters in their titles. I will also give you the year that they were first shown on television. Please fill in the blanks and tell us the most obscure. Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 British comedies with little bits missing. And we have RDY, IHDNE, 2011, RPHDADNE, 1990, HVCRFILY, 1994, NYOLADOSS, 1981, and HSIEIHLNATIG, 2019. There we are. Kai and Paul, what would you like to go for?
Okay, well, I think I know third and the fourth one. So have you got anything?
No, I'm
No,
blanking.
okay. Okay, I think we're going to go with the third one for the Vicar of Dibley.
The Vicar of Dibley, say Kai and Paul. Now then, Indira and Karen, do you feel like talking us through that board?
Well, I think the top one is Friday Night Dinner. I have no idea what the second one is. Then the penultimate one, I think, is Only Fools and Horses, and then This Life with Alan Partridge, bottom. Which one? Maybe Friday Night Dinner?
I think that makes no sense from the anagram, so let's go for that one.
Okay.
OK.
There are so few letters.
You're going to go for Friday Night Dinner for the top one. So we have The Vicar of Dibley and we have Friday Night Dinner. Kai and Paul went for The Vicar of Dibley. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Vicar of Dibley is right. Oh, it's a low score. Down goes The Vicar of Dibley to 13. Very well done indeed. Meanwhile, Indira and Karen have gone for the top one and saying Friday Night Dinner. Shall we see how many of our 100 said that? Friday Night Dinner is right. 13 is what it's got to beat, and it does. Oh, 1 for Friday Night Dinner. Very well spotted. I'm guessing that's probably the best answer on the board. And it means, Indira and Karen, after only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, Both great answers. It's not the best answer. There is a pointless answer on the board. See if you can get it.
Drop the Dead Donkey is what that is. The second one. Is that...
Yeah, the second one is indeed Drop the Dead Donkey, but that has a score of 3.
Oh, I see. In which case, I think you had the best one then, which must be This Life with Alan Partridge. Sorry.
No. That would have scored you. You were so close to accidentally saying
It's This Time it's called.
This Time.
That's
if
right.
you'd said This Life with Alan Partridge, you would have scored 100. But that is the pointless answer. And final one on there.
Only Fools and Horses.
Only Fools
That'll
and
be a
Horses.
big one.
Score of 24.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Chris. The pair leaving us therefore at the end of the head-to-head round are Kai and Paul. You've been great on this show. It's been great to see a little bit more of you this time. Next time, let's take it one step further to the final. Kai and Paul, thank you so much for playing. For Indira and Karen, though, it's now time for the pointless final. Huge congratulations, Indira and Karen. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,750. I mean, what an extraordinary performance. Only one show, 2 pointless answers from you in normal gameplay. We had another pointless answer from you in the bonus round, 2-0 in the head-to-head. You're our golden couple. I mean, we have to send you home with that jackpot. I mean, you've earned most of it. What do you want to see come up?
Books.
Books would be amazing.
Yeah, books would
for
be
you.
perfect.
Oh, like boring biology for me.
Yeah.
Wine.
Wine.
That'd be good.
We'd smash wine together.
Yeah. OK, well, let's see what's going to appear. 4 things as ever. Let's just hope there's something here you feel like having a go at. 19th century seafaring novels, Eminem, Antipodean politics, close films.
How's your 19th century seafaring novels?
Not my category.
How's your Antipodean politics?
Little to none.
Should we do close
Close
films?
Yeah, let's hope we don't.
Shall we go close films? Chris, they're going to go close films.
Close films. Absolutely heartbroken you didn't go Eminem, but there we are. We're looking for any feature film which has been released in the cinema or on a streaming platform for which Glenn Close has received an acting credit up to the beginning of August 2023, according to IMDb. Or we're looking for the name of anyone who received an acting credit for the 1977 film Close Encounters of the Third Kind, according to IMDb. Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
So I don't know any films.
I only know, is she in Dangerous Liaisons?
Let's go with it.
That's all I know.
Is she in 101 Dalmatians?
Oh, maybe. Does she do a voice in Madagascar?
I don't know. Should we?
Who's in Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
I've never
seen
heard of it in my life. But we could think of some
That's worrying.
actors who were alive in 1977.
Do you think it's like a Richard Attenborough number? I don't think it is. Okay, I feel like we can do better on Glenn Close.
No, I don't know if we can. Did you say Dangerous Liaisons?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe. What did you say? 101 Dalmatians.
Dalmatians.
My God. I feel like she's in some sort of legal dramas, but I don't.
10 seconds
Do you
left.
think she's a voice in Madagascar?
I mean, no, probably not.
Should we just say it?
Why
Because we
not?
have nothing.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers. What can you give me?
Dangerous Liaisons.
Dangerous Liaisons for Glenn Close.
101 Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians also for Glenn Close.
And maybe Madagascar.
And Madagascar for Glenn Close. So all 3 Glenn Close answers. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Maybe Madagascar.
Do you want to put Madagascar last?
Yeah, it would be a miracle if it's
Well, you never
correct.
know. Maybe. And if it is correct, maybe it'll go a long way down the column. Let's find out. What's the least likely to be pointless?
Dangerous Liaisons.
Dangerous Liaisons, and then 101 Dalmatians goes in the middle. OK. Well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order. And here they are. Dangerous Liaisons, 101 Dalmatians, Madagascar. Well, if one of these turns out to be pointless, you'll be leaving here with £2,750. What would you like to spend that on, Indira?
Well, my boring answer would probably be the same as Karen's, which is paying off a student loan. But I might actually just buy an air fryer and then go on a holiday.
There we go. Take that, student loans.
Yeah.
Karen, how about you?
Yeah, I really want to say that I'd be responsible and clear my debt, but I actually would probably go to Bali.
Quite right. OK, your first answer was Dangerous Liaisons. In all three cases, we're looking for Glenn Close films. How many of our 100 people said Dangerous Liaisons? Let's see, is it pointless? Dangerous Liaisons is correct. It just has to be pointless for you to win £2,750 down. It goes through the teens into single figures, still going down. But Dangerous Liaisons to 5. That's not bad.
That's
Not pointless,
respectable.
though. So we have to turn our attention to 101 Dalmatians. Let's find out how many of our 100 named that as a Glenn Close film. 101 Dalmatians, also absolutely right. We went all the way down to 5 with Dangerous Liaisons. 101 Dalmatians now taken us down through the teens. So, 16 for 101 Dalmatians. So we now turn our attention to your third and final answer, which came from nowhere. Let's find out how many of our 100 said Madagascar. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm afraid, though, you haven't won our jackpot today, but you have won our Pointless Trophy. And my goodness, you really have won it in such style. Fantastic play right the way through the show. So very well done, Indira and Karen.
Yeah, commiserations. I'm devastated, mainly because I wanted to see someone spend £2,750 on an air fryer. Yeah, she played, Glenn Close played Cruella de Vil in 101 Dalmatians, but she was also in the sequel, 102 Dalmatians, and that was pointless.
No.
102 Dalmatians. Bad luck there. So let's have a look at some more of the pointless answers here. Albert Nobbs, The Big Chill, The Wife, The World According to Garp. It's basically, there was so many pointless. Everything was pointless apart from the following that scored points, which was Fatal Attraction, 101 Dalmatians, Dangerous Liaison, Air Force One, Crooked House, Guardians of the Galaxy, Mars Attacks, Paradise Road, and What Happened to Monday. So moving on to the category that you completely avoided. So the pointless answers of this were Bob Balaban, Carl Weathers, Melinda Dillon, Terry Garr. The actually only scoring answers here were Richard Dreyfuss and the French film director Francois Truffaut, easy for me to say, who had an acting role in the film. So there you go.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris, and thank you, Indira and Karen. It's been wonderful having you on the show. I'm really sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That therefore rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £3,750. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Chris. And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.